Now you can probably tell that I'm a pretty outdoorsy kind of guy, and the lodge truly transforms into a winter wonderland during slow season. And whether that is skating on a frozen lake, which the hotel actually offers complimentary skate rentals for all guests, so Bella could skate while we got to enjoy a little bit of vitamin D out in the sun. But if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can take a cold plunge like I did here in the icy waters of Lake Beauvoir, which is actually French for beautiful green lake, as the lake turns into a turquoise blue in the summer, very much like you'd see at Lake Louise and a lot of the other Rocky Mountain lakes. Although I did do the same cold plunge last year at Two Jack Lake during our stay at the Banff Springs Hotel, I think the cold plunge in Jasper was a lot more enjoyable. Now inside, the lodge seriously embraces the Christmas spirit with unlimited complimentary hot chocolate. And I'm not just talking about your average prepackaged hot chocolate. I'm talking about a scratch-made, chef-inspired red velvet hot chocolate. But seriously, whoever is making this red velvet hot chocolate needs a raise, because this stuff is dangerously good. And I probably guzzled a dozen too many of these during our stay, but they have a hot chocolate bar as well where you can doctor it up with shaved dark chocolate, whipped cream, marshmallows, you name it. Although majority of our stay, this entire bar was empty and not replaced. I'm sure that when it's full, it's a good time. And they even have a dedicated cabin to meet the big man. He did tell me, hey listen Trav, I think there's a chance you might end up on the naughty list this year. With the current gas prices, I think coal may actually be the gift to get. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now back in the main lobby, you'll see on the left hand of the screen a gingerbread house. And it's actually real. This is a massive wood structure with individual pieces of house-made gingerbread secured onto the frame and decorated accordingly. And it perfumes an incredible gingerbread aroma throughout the entire main lobby. I mean, the Hotel Vancouver also does a gingerbread house of their property. Last year they had a model train to accompany it, and this year they actually did a more accurate rendering with the Georgia and Hornby streets with cars surrounding it, which I think is pretty cool. But I gotta give the split decision to the Jasper Park Lodge on this one. It's way bigger, it smells amazing, and I'm not gonna lie, it was super tempting not to take a bite out of this thing during our 2-day stay. But let's also not forget about the legendary outdoor pool, because when Canadian Pacific built the Banff Springs, President Cornelius Van Horn envisioned a hot pool at the front of the hotel that would be a staple. And you can bet that when Grand Trunk Pacific President Charles Melville Hayes envisioned the Chateau Myatt in Jasper, his vision had to be grander and much larger than Van Horn's, a story as old as time. And although the Chateau Myatt never came to be, the Jasper Park Lodge took that concept and brought it to life here with a hot pool on the edge of the lake, heated to a blissful 80 degrees Fahrenheit, surrounded by snow-capped peaks, and you could easily spend hours here every single day. I know we did during our stay, although I don't know if it would have the same effect on me in the summertime, since I'd probably want to be swimming in the ice-cold lake, but in the wintertime, it doesn't get any better. And I actually think it was at this moment that Bella told me she wanted to come back here every Christmas for the remainder of time. And if I had to pick between the Jasper Park Lodge or the Banff Springs, I'm going to give the Lodge the unanimous decision here, because the Lodge has not just a pool but a hot tub, which is amazing in the winter by the way. But the Springs only has the outdoor pool with an indoor hot tub. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.